Yesterday, I was actually using my laptop and I came across some very interesting problem. For some reason, when I was connecting the charger, it indicated charger plugged in, but it wasn't really taking in any charge. So my percentage was at around 54%, but when I tried connecting the charger, it remained 54 and later on it started dropping. Whenever you have such an issue, the most likely problem is usually the charging adapter, but there are very many solutions online that are usually given out. Now, for me personally, I'll speak about my experience, and this is how I was able to handle this whole issue. So the first thing I did was get my Dell laptop, which is above, and I opened or I started the laptop, and immediately after starting, once you get the Dell logo appearing on your screen, just press F12 and it will get you into the BIOS section. Now, using the up and down button on your keyboard, scroll down to the BIOS setup, then press enter and you'll get a screen similar to this. Now, before doing this whole process, you have to ensure that you have connected your cable or your adapter to the laptop and to the socket and it is on. Now, once you've actually done that, you'll see something interesting. So for my case, I was getting some sort of information there. The charger adapter was actually unknown. Now, before getting to that, because I tried it for some time, after about 30 minutes before, it had indicated only 1 watt was getting into the laptop, or was actually charging the laptop. So if you get an error similar to this, you get that information indicating that unknown for the charger adapter, then most likely the problem is your charging adapter and you probably have to go and get a new charging adapter. Now, for my case, I got a bit curious. I opened my charging adapter using some brute force, and your charging adapter should be something similar to this. And one of the most important things that you'll notice is that this is an AC to DC adapter, and you have a transformer, you have this big capacitor. In case if you looked into this capacitor, this charger, you'll notice two things. There are these two capacitors that were here. There's a black one. They were actually PET capacitors. I replaced them. But these two capacitors had actually swollen, which indicates that they were faulty, probably due to high current that blew up the two capacitors. So in most cases, if you get into a scenario in which your laptop is connected, plugged in, but it is not charging, most likely the problem is usually the charging adapter. So I had to actually go get a new charging adapter for my laptop. And this is what I actually got. Yeah, so this is the new charging adapter that I have. Now, there's something very important, because I made the same mistake a while back when experiencing this problem, and I had to struggle a lot, especially when you are going to buy the adapter and you have left your laptop at home. Now, before going to buy your adapter, you need the previous adapter that you are using, and you need to just go into the details. There is some details that are indicated. I don't know if that is clear, but on one side of the adapter. And what is of importance is you have to look at the input details of your adapter. Now, at the input section, you'll see it is 100 to 200 volt and 40 volts, 1.5 amps. Now, that is not actually the important part. The important part that you have to observe is the output. So the output is 19.5 volts, 4.62 amps, and it is a carbon tip. Now, these two details are what is actually important, together with the wattage of the charger adapter. So you want to ensure that you get the exact adapter that is producing the same output as what you are using, which is 19.5, 4.62 amps. And that is what I actually got. So this is the new adapter, and if you look keenly, you'll see that is the details. Those are the details indicated here. Now, this is very important because if you're using a Dell laptop, and some laptops actually out there, you'll realize that there are very many chargers being sold, and most of them are made from China, and most of them have slight variation. So there is one I saw that had for the output amperage or current, it was 3.65 instead of 4.62. Now, if you buy such a charger which has let's say 3.65 instead of 4.62, what will happen is that once you connect the charger to the laptop, it will show connected, but it will show not charging. Now that is because these Dell laptops are usually configured in a way that you have to get to approximately for my case 4.62 amps. If there is a deviation, it has to be like 4.60 or 4.59 to around 4.7. Yeah, so the range has to be very tiny. It is not as the same as for other laptops, including HP, etc. So if you bought a charger that doesn't have the exact specifications, especially for the output voltage and current, you will still end up with the same problem. And if you got a very shoddy technician, he will now start telling you that the issue is your motherboard, the issue is your Windows, and very many stories, and you can easily get depressed throughout the whole process. Now, in addition to that, and this is very important, in addition to that, I think I have to elaborate this slightly. The charger, as I said, it has two components. You have this adapter, and you have the cable that is usually behind. Now, this is the cable that that you connect to the wall. Now, sometimes this cable will usually break inside. Now, once this cable is broken, you might end up with a situation in which the laptop doesn't charge completely. Or if the cable is broken partially, you'll end up with a situation in which the laptop may charge, then stop, then charge, then stop, etc. So that is something that can happen, and you have to be aware of it. But mostly, it is usually the adapter that has a problem. Now, once you replace the adapter, for my case, I replaced the adapter. And I did the same procedure again. Now, you get the adapter, plug it on the wall, plug it on the laptop, then go into the BIOS section. Now, the same procedure. Start your laptop. Once you get the logo, the Dell logo, the HP logo, press F12. Then go use the arrows to go and directly to the BIOS setup. Press enter, then scroll down to the battery section. Now you will open a screen similar to this, and you will see the battery there. Now, if the charger is working properly, like for my case, you will see a screen similar to this. It will indicate the battery health, excellent or good, whatever. Then it will indicate the charger adapter, which is 90 watts. Now you need a charger that is giving you, probably for my case, 90 watts into the laptop. Now, if you get a value that is probably 1 watt or 2 watts, then probably this is the problem. Now, I hope this video helps very many people who have been facing this problem, because there are very many things and ideas online people are trying to use. You are being told to reset your BIOS. For some people, you are being told to install Windows again, and very many things, but that might not really help. So try this, and you might be lucky. Just ensure you get the correct specifications. If it is 4.62 amps for the output, ensure it is 4.62 amps. If it is 3 amps, ensure it is 3 amps. And for the voltage, ensure it is exactly the same voltage. If it is 19.5, 19.5. If it is 19.4, 19.4. Yeah. There are many stories you'll be told. Dell laptops, you can use any charger. No, it doesn't work for that way for some models. Some models are usually very specific with the charger. Lastly, I think this is something very important, and you also have to consider if your laptop has this problem of charger plugged in but not detecting. You also have to, if you are using HP mostly, you have to check in the charger pin. So for some models, including HP, you might find the pin is a bit bent. So if that is the case, you just have to straighten it using a pin. You can use any sort of pin to try and straighten it. But if it is okay, then the problem is the cable.